Also, in ritualistic satanic sacrifices, fear is built up in individuals until the moment of their execution, as this emotion is a nectar for the reptilians, that the abusers are doing this on behalf of. The Satanists may be possessed by the reptilians that operate through them, or indeed the Satanists may be reptilians anyway, resulting in the emotional usurping of what they call louche. Anyway, this situation was toward this end, to induce fear, and as I switched to my real awareness, giving me more camera angles, if you will, as my personal self here had its eyes shut, I could identify some of the snakes. The venomous ones that seemed the preferred choice would be coral snakes, as I recognized the black, red, and yellow coloration of their patterns. There are the harmless varieties, but these are identified through having a black band that separates the yellow strip from the red. This fear-inducing ordeal finally concluded. The snakes were all removed from the pit, and we were dragged from it also, and we sat on these little stone steps that led down to it, pretty much traumatized, as was the intention here. This was the point where the experience flashback concluded, but there was now additional content that I knew was not a part of the original experience from wherever in my lifetimes this had stemmed from. For here entered an individual I hadn't seen in a number of years, an old friend from the physical level of this lifetime. Generally, he retains a distinct lack of interest in his real awareness, overwhelmingly personal, self-driven, and intent-orientated. But in recent times, on the real side, he has been featuring in my experiences, and has taken the time to listen to what I say in regards to the all is, creation, and how it is constructed, the new you song, the real guides, and so forth, as though he is prepared to begin to take his first few tentative steps, starting on the real side, and indeed, in one experience, he actually would transform into a reptilian before my eyes. He was most alarmed at what was happening to him, as he became green-scaled, formed an elongated lizard-like snout, and assumed an extra foot or so in height. I would inform him at the time of this experience that this was the effect of what he had been deciding and agreeing to, that this had resulted in him becoming reptilian, and although not so on the physical level yet, a body form he may well assume in the next life position, if he continues to decide and agree with whatever ideas he has been agreeing to. He was given this rather alarming demonstration of turning into a reptilian, a warning of what may befall him, to impress upon him the importance of making better life decisions, and indeed taking the opportunity to become more aware. And here he was again, sat next to me on these stone steps with the others, but the others rather faded into the background, and we were both in our adult physical bodies, and the age and appearance that we are in this current lifetime. Individuals, through their attachments, do tend to be wrapped up in each other's karmic entanglements, lifetime after lifetime, and will feature as different roles and in different situations. This individual very much fitting this description, as a friend that the emotional attachment ensures, has featured in who knows how many lifetimes with me in creation, and would continue to do so if I chose to maintain this attachment with him. It's very likely then that he may well have been one of the children who I was amongst, that endured this same ritualistic ordeal, and who knows what else, in whatever and wherever time frame and dimension this took place. For here we now sat, as though we had just both experienced this flashback again, only now in our current body forms. He was very irate over the whole ordeal, threatening to attack the executioner-type guards, and those that watched on from their thrones, even though this was quite clearly a past lifetime flashback. It was almost as though he had also agreed to face this part of the created consciousness unconscious agreement that we both shared here, the place, lifetime, and situation where the agreement was secured, or a situation that was one of the effect experiences of such agreement. For if he had simply featured in this experience, he would just have been one of the children. The fact that here he sat, in the body vehicle he currently has in this lifetime with me, indicates the unveiling of this long ago whenever experience, being revealed to him as he is now, as much as it was being revealed to me, that we become conscious of it in the moment that we stand in now. Although, perhaps, this was a little too much for him, for he would storm from the experience, succumbing to personal self-emotional reaction rather than being objective and indifferently going through the process of facing everything the created consciousness comprises of, all its agreements that make up its construction. For yes, much horrors will be revealed as we do this, but like anything in creation, it's all just experience, it's all illusion, it's all simulation, and it was all necessary to bring us to the point where we decide to take the risk to see more, that we can be more, and as we become more aware of the real awareness that we are, the personal self, creation, and all its myriad of experience, delightful and horrific alike, begins to fade into insignificance, like dust on the wind, as the true reality of the all becomes known to us, and makes the creational simulators seem very inconsequential in comparison. This planet Earth needs a lot of help from all of us right now. Dean Val of NUUU, Nations United Universal University, is contacting people around this world every day to share the importance of the all-natural environment supporting all of us. Dean Val and Dwayne Lee Hepner.org 501c3 have created CAN, Community Action Network, to help all communities become aware of how to be self-sufficient with permaculture and food and rainforests. We are always looking for real people to step up, who want to learn what life on this earth is all about. We will be leasing large portions of land to create something wonderful for all communities everywhere. Contact Val Vitals on Skype and Facebook to get involved with what we all can do now, or through the phone number provided or the website in the links. DwayneTheGreatWriter.net. Join us for weekly environment awareness Skypes every Sunday at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Nations United Universal University is dedicated to supporting and providing a real purpose and real awareness with the all-natural environment supporting all of us. First comes this earth with food and rainforests, and to protect what is still here. For those who have the awareness to see what is actually taking place here, with all the natural devastation, which is also purposely planned by world controllers, you now have a real opportunity to step up and do something with those who also care about your planet Earth. Dwayne Lee Hepner has created the Nations United Universal University, which completely entails the all-natural environment everywhere, and a real education that has real value, and that far surpasses any commonly created indoctrinating educational system that does not focus on what sustains all of us naturally. Real survival makes sense with everything here that is self-sustaining.